Hi, my name is Rattanak Leng. I will talk about the demographic and climate of China. China is the most populous country in the world. It has approximately 1.3 billion total population. 51% is male and 49% is female. The density of population on the east part of the country is much more than the western part of the country because of growing economy and industry in the main city. Beijing is the capital and the third largest city of China. The population of Beijing consists of permanent and temporary residents. The total population in Beijing is 19.5 million, which is 44% increase over the last decade. 78.9% of the population is between 5 to 64 years old. The climate in China varies from region to region. In Beijing, the climate is hot and dry in summer and freezing cold in winter. Spring is from March to May. The temperature is between 45 to 67 Fahrenheit, with frequency interval of rising and lowering of temperature. There is much wind and dust in spring, and sometimes sandstorm. Summer is from June to August. The temperature is between 70 to 87 Fahrenheit, usually scorching with sizzling temperature at noon. There are occasionally downpours. Fall is between September to November. The temperature is between 45 to 66 Fahrenheit. It's the most beautiful and pleasant season in Beijing. Through their interval of weather change, it is generally comfortable. Winter is from December to February. The temperature is between 15 to 34 Fahrenheit. It is cold and dry with occasionally snow. The temperature is usually well below zero.
My name is Whitney Storch, and I am going to discuss China's economy, the workplace 5-year forecast, and Chinese culture. In China, the economy tripled in size from the year 2004 to 2012. China has a post-industrial economy with an economic growth rate of 10% in the last 30 years. This growth rate made China have the fastest growing economy in the world. China is known as a communist nation with a socialist market economy. The workplace 5-year forecast projects that China is headed in the Orange World workplace setup. The Orange World workplace is defined as a large companies outsourcing services from different companies instead of monopolizing smaller workplaces out of business. China has been claimed as the leader of utilizing the benefits of the Orange World strategy, while the rest of the world has been following this setup by their example. China is known as one of the oldest cultural identities. Chinese culture is mainly traditional, but has been vastly changing into a contemporary culture recently due to Chinese youth choosing not to follow traditional culture passed down through their families. More than 1 billion people live in China, and they represent 56 different ethnic groups. Chinese cuisine is distinctly influenced by geography and ethnic diversity. The 4 main religions followed in China are Taoism, Buddhism, Islam, and Christianity. In Chinese society, there's a large importance on keeping good face meaning reputation, honor, and respect. In China, the people strive for loyalty, harmony, and group assembled excellence.
Hi, my name is Manley, and I will be talking about Beijing's transportation as well as the workplace trends and social norms in the workplace of China. In terms of transportation, the city's 18 subway lines, which cover approximately 327 miles, are the most time-effective means of travel. Beijing also has the world's busiest bus system, with over 20,000 city buses and more than 700 routes. There are around 40,000 public bicycles that are available to rent. Many people also own their own bikes to commute to work, and many roads in Beijing have bike lanes. Workplace design in China is gradually catching up with the West. Currently, Western companies in Beijing spend roughly 300% more on office design than Chinese companies. However, because workers in Beijing spend nearly 50 hours a week in the office, companies are starting to spend more money on making their offices more comfortable. Employees are also being consulted about these designs. Designers in China are moving away from the overhead fluorescents that have been used for years. Instead, the focus is turning toward energy efficiency, natural light, and task lighting. Open-plan offices are also becoming more prevalent. In many ways, China has a very formal, traditional, and polite culture. Therefore, there are many rules that govern appearance and behavior in the workplace. Both men and women are expected to dress conservatively in subtle neutral colors. Timeliness is very important, and personal contact should be avoided. Introductions are always formal, and nodding or bowing is the usual form of greeting. Because the Chinese value status and rank, the most important member of a group is always the one to lead important meetings.
Hello, my name is Connell, and today I will be talking about the architecture, the sustainability, and the site that our project will be on in Beijing, China. Beijing has a very distinct vernacular style of architecture. They're highly decorated in every aspect, from coloration to even the joinery on the roofs. These buildings are made from wood and heavy timber, which give the freedom for carvings and detailed paintings. One feature that is used on the vernacular architecture is upturned roofs. This gives not only an interesting visual, but also helps direct rainwater away from the building's foundation. A few examples of these buildings are the Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square, and the Summer Palace. The current architectural style in Beijing is very contemporary and creative. They are mainly steel frame buildings with glass coverings, and they tend to take on unique shapes and push the boundaries of what contemporary architecture is. However, some of these buildings do nod to the vernacular architecture by mimicking shapes within motifs or through more abstract representations. Some great examples of these buildings are the Mads Sinuous Harbin Opera House, the National Aquatic Center, and the National Stadium, also known as Bird's Nest. Due to the dense population of people and buildings, as well as the heavy production within the city, Beijing struggles with poor air quality. There is a constant smog in the air that causes health problems. This means that sustainable efforts are extremely important for this place in particular. In fact, Beijing is currently trying to become a green city. In general, the people in China don't see this pollution as an issue, and more of an effort needs to be made to increase understanding. Transportation is one of the biggest issues, as a lot of this air pollution comes from heavy car traffic. People need to be given sustainable transportation options, as well as have the ability to bring bicycles to work. The site in particular that the workplace project will be built in is China Central Place. These buildings are in an area that holds high-end shopping centers. It is considered to be one of Beijing's latest tourist attractions and shopping destinations. The area includes international apartment buildings, 3 large office towers, luxury international hotels, including the Ritz-Carlton, and the area is considered to be fine living coupled with commercial and recreational amenities.